An Irish runner just ran the 13th fastest indoor 800 meters in history. At 32 years old, Mark English is proving his best years aren't behind him, and he's just getting started. The indoor track season has exploded to life in 2026, and nobody is making a bigger statement than an Irish runner who just shocked the world. On January 18th, Mark English ran 1 minute 44.65 in the 800 meters at the CMCM Luxembourg Indoor Meeting. That time is an Irish indoor record. That time is a meeting record, and that time ranks joint 13th on the all-time world indoor 800-meter list. Let that sink in. Joint 13th ever in history, indoors. This was not just a good race, this was a world-class performance. The 32-year-old from Donegal absolutely crushed his own previous Irish indoor record of 1 minute 45.15 that he set at the Millrose Games in New York last year. He took half a second off his old mark. In the 800 meters, that is massive. The race itself was a masterclass in tactics. English started from lane 6 at the World Athletics Indoor Tour Silver Level meet. He sat back after the opening lap. He was third going into the final 400 meters. He moved into second with 1 lap to go. Poland's Maciej Widerka led out the race through most of the distance. English was content to let him do the work. Then with 100 meters remaining, English made his move. He surged past Widerka with authority, and he cruised across the line, leaving no doubt about the winner. The margin of victory was decisive. The time was stunning. The performance was well inside the 1 minute 45.90 qualifying standard for the World Indoor Championships in Poland in March. English is now locked in for that championship, and based on this form, he could be a medal threat. At 32 years old, English is proving that experience and smart racing can beat pure youth. His tactical awareness in Luxembourg was perfect. He conserved energy early, he positioned himself well, and he struck at exactly the right moment. But here is the truly amazing part. This was not even English's first record of the week. Just 4 days earlier, on January 14th, he broke his own Irish indoor 600-meter record at the Track and Field Live meet in Dublin. He ran 1 minute 15.80 at the Sport Ireland National Indoor Arena in Abbottstown. That shaved almost a second off the 1 minute 16.64 he set in Boston in 2024. So in the span of 4 days, Mark English broke 2 national records. That is not normal. That is exceptional. The 600-meter record came after English returned from altitude training in the Sierra Nevada mountains. He also won the St. Stephen's Day 5K at Finn Valley before heading to Dublin for the 600 meters. The progression from road racing to indoor middle distance shows English's versatility. He can compete at different distances and in different environments, all at a high level. English is a 3-time Olympian who competed at Rio 2016, Tokyo 2021, and Paris 2024. He has won multiple European Championship medals, including bronze in 2014, silver indoors in 2015, bronze indoors in 2019, bronze in 2022, and bronze indoors in 2025. He is also a qualified medical doctor who attended University College Dublin. Balancing medicine and athletics is not easy, but English makes it work. His dedication to both careers shows his work ethic. Last summer, English lowered his own Irish outdoor 800-meter record 3 times. He got it down to 1 minute 43.37 seconds before Cian McPhillips shattered the barrier with a 1 minute 42.15 on his way to finishing 4th at the World Championships in Tokyo. So English still holds the indoor record. But outdoors, a new generation is pushing Irish middle distance running forward. That competition drives everyone to get better. English's performance was part of an eventful weekend of indoor athletics around the world. Records were falling everywhere. Athletes were hitting world leads. The indoor season is heating up fast. In Seattle, Australian teenager Cameron Myers set a world lead in the mile with a time of 3 minutes, 49.81. 8 runners broke 4 minutes in that race. Ukrainian Olympic champion Yaroslava Mahuchik cleared 2.03 meters in the high jump. Italian Larissa Iapicino jumped 6.93 meters in the long jump. British teenager Jake Odie Jordan broke the UK 300-meter record with 32.64 seconds. The quality of performances in mid-January was exceptional. In Luxembourg, on the same day English set his record, rising star Emma Moore delivered an outstanding performance in the women's 800 meters. She finished second with a personal best of 2 minutes, 2 seconds 34 hundredths. That set a new Irish national under 23 indoor record. Moore's time improved on her previous best of 2 minutes 2 seconds, 39 hundredths from December. She is now getting close to the Athletics Ireland World Indoors B standard of 2 minutes 2 seconds 20. If she can drop another few tenths, she will qualify for the World Indoor Championships. Moore represents the future of Irish middle distance running. At just 23 years old, she is already running fast times, and she is improving rapidly. Across the Atlantic, college athletes were also making history. At Penn State's Nittany Lion Challenge on January 17th, Maryland sprinter Maya Valman set a school record in the 300 meters with a time of 37.29 seconds. She finished nearly 2 seconds ahead of the next fastest runner. This is now the 7th school record Valmont holds. She has records in individual sprints and as part of relay teams. Her consistency at breaking records shows her dominance in the Maryland program. The graduate student is the daughter of Maryland head coach Andrew Valman. Her father was a 1988 and 1992 Olympic gold medalist in the 4x400 meter relay and holds the world record. Her mother, Meredith Rainey, was a 2-time Olympian in the 800 meters. Valman came to Maryland from Stanford and holds school records in the 100, 200, and 400 meters. She is a 4-time All-American and was an NCAA indoor distance medley relay champion in 2023. Having Olympic champion parents creates expectations, but Valmont is writing her own story. Her success at Maryland shows she can handle pressure. At the same Penn State meet, other Maryland athletes had strong performances. Taylor Riley finished the 600 meters in 1 minute 32.61, placing her 6th all-time in the school indoor record book. Eva Rogers secured 7th all-time after posting 9 minutes 35.88 in the 3,000 meters and winning the race. Janessa Wolf moved to 8th all-time in the high jump with 1.76 meters. Lucy Scothern hit a personal record in the mile with 4 minutes 56.27. The depth on the Maryland women's team is impressive. Multiple athletes are setting personal bests and climbing the all-time lists. The indoor season is also bringing closure to some off-track stories. Olympic sprinter Fred Curley received major news in mid-January. Prosecutors dropped all charges against the American sprinter, including a domestic violence case and a battery on law enforcement charge. Curley's attorney Richard Cooper told TMZ Sports the case was dismissed due to lack of evidence. Curley faced legal troubles starting in January 2025 when he was arrested in Miami Beach after a confrontation with police. Then in May 2025, he was arrested again in Dania Beach and accused of battery against Olympic hurdler Alacia Johnson. On January 16, 2026, the charges were officially dropped. The domestic violence case was dismissed outright. The battery on officer case will be dropped after Curley completes a 6-month pretrial diversion program. Curley posted on Instagram, "They put me through hell, but truth walked me home." Cases dismissed. Curley won Olympic silver in the 100 meters at Tokyo 2020 and bronze at Paris 2024. He is the 2022 world champion. With his legal troubles resolved, he can focus on competition. He recently signed for the Enhanced Games in May 2026, where he will chase the world record. Back to the track, Mark English's 1 minute 44.65 is not just an Irish record, it ranks joint 13th all-time indoors. That puts English among the elite performances in history. He is scheduled to compete at the Meeting Indoor de Lyon in France on January 25th. Based on his current form, he could run even faster. The World Indoor Championships in Torun, Poland in March will be the biggest test. English is building towards that competition. For college athletes like Maya Valmon, the indoor season builds momentum for outdoors. Maryland competes next at the Armory Track and Field Center in New York. What Mark English has done in January sets the tone for 2026. He has shown that records are there to be broken. He has shown that age is just a number. And he has shown that Irish middle distance running is in great hands. The 1 minute 44.65 will be remembered as one of the best indoor performances by any Irish athlete. That is how fast this indoor 800 meter really was.